Hey everybody, Rob Goody here, the MLM Solution. How you doing? Today's Tuesday, June the 8th, and it's currently 10:56 and 47 seconds Eastern Standard Time. And as you know, each and every day we go live on our podcast channel. We go live on our podcast on our YouTube channel, on our Facebook page, and you can join us live there. Totally at a loss for words there. Turned it around, didn't I? And as we go live, we're going to be talking about this subject here. Podcast number 195, the tragic loss of a profitable leg. What do you do when that happens? Well, once again, we're going to be talking about something that happens, and we're going to be teaching you and telling you how to overcome that. And you will not get that information anyplace else. As you have found out, we're one of the few that will talk about anything, including situations like this. All right, that being said, help our fellow network marketers get access to this wonderful information. You can do that by simply sharing our hashtag the MLM Solution, hashtag the MLM Solution. We want to say thank you in advance for doing that. And as you know, your engagement helps us work with the algorithm, because if you're not getting engagement from people, guess what? The algorithm's not going to work for you. So we need your help, okay? And we appreciate it when you do help us. And the numbers at the website continue to astound, and you guys have been awesome. TheMLMSolution.net, TheMLMSolution.net. When you go there, please hit the share button as well. Once again, helping our fellow network marketers not only find us on our podcasts and social media platforms, but also our website, where there's a plethora of information and training materials, okay? All right, with that being said, I'm going to hop off of here. Once again, podcast number 195, the tragic loss of a profitable leg. What do you do now? We'll talk about that and more here very shortly. See you in a bit.
Welcome to the MLM Solution Podcast Show, where you'll learn the facts and hear the truth about the network marketing industry. Here's your host, Rob Cootie.
I like that new intro, Miss Marie.
I love it. It's rocking.
It is.
I especially like the couple of SpongeBob clips.
Oh, man, that's my favorite.
Those are awesome.
That's my favorite. You know me, I'm a big SpongeBob fan. Mm-hmm. I thought them being wide-eyed was, because most people in network marketing are like that. They're like, it's shocked, I thought that was appropriate. And of course, there are no secrets here is absolutely appropriate, because we don't hide anything in this show.
Exactly. We tell it all, the good, the bad, and sometimes even the ugly, because it is what it is.
It is what it is. And we even tell on ourselves. Believe me, we don't hide anything. Yeah. If we made boo-boo, we tell it in our heartbeat.
Well, sometimes we don't even have to tell them. They just see us making boo-boos as we're going along here. So
I know. I made some network marketing boo-boos, and I'm the first to tell them myself, because the Lord only knows I was no pro. I made about every mistake you could possibly make. I think that's what helped me to write these things, is because I've been there. I've done that. It's like, oh, man. And, of course, when you find out how the business really works, and then you're like, oh, man, I was way off base. I wasn't even close.
Yep. Because we often say, we're introduced to the network marketing industry oftentimes by friends and family, and they don't know much more about it than we do going in. So little bit of the blind leading the blind.
Blind leading the blind.
That's the problem we're looking to solve here oftentimes with the show, is we want folks to understand how the business works, how to make it work for them, and how to achieve their goals and their dreams leveraging the network marketing industry.
There you go. Couldn't have said it any better myself. And, Miss Marie, on our intro there's a glaring weakness in it. And I will take a bow. I created that, believe it or not, with Miss Marie's input. So we did that together, and I'm pretty proud of that. And so anyway, With that being said, there's a weakness in there, glaring weakness, and I'm sure you haven't seen it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I see. Told you. There's only one picture of Marie because Marie only sent me one picture.
Oh, you want more pictures of me?
No, I have one more. There's 3 in there of me because of the fact I didn't have any more of you.
I see. Okay. Well, I'm sure I could find some good ones for you.
All right. That sounds good. All right. And so with that being said, Miss Marie, before we get started, as always, I just want to highlight a few things. Number one, tomorrow's show, when to walk away. That's going to be interesting, Miss Marie. 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, when to walk away. It's hard to believe that you and I are promoting people to walk away from the industry that we love, but there are those moments.
Yep.
And we're going to talk about that. If you like what you hear, guys, and you can see value in what we talk about, and you can understand the points we're making, please give us a thumbs up. And Miss Marie, we've gotten a lot of thumbs up lately. Please continue to do that. We're so grateful. We love that feedback. Miss Marie, that's one way you and I know immediately that we're they don't even have to put a comment, just getting a thumbs up. Mm-hmm. I don't think we've gotten one thumbs down, and that's pretty amazing. It's hard to believe. It is. It's hard to believe. And but we want to say thank you guys in advance. During the live show, if you like what we're doing, please give us a dancing bears, clapping women, smiling women, thumbs up, all that other funny stuff. And if you go to our social media platforms, please share, like, and comment on them, please. Algorithms love your engagement. And that helps us, once again, to understand whether we're hitting the mark or not. We really, to be honest with you, we don't think much about it. We don't talk about it, do we, Miss Marie? Even in private.
Yeah, not much.
Nope. So it's not critically important to us, but we understand the importance of the algorithm and breeding that engagement. And the more you do that, the more our videos and messages get out in front of more network marketers. That's your role in helping us spread the word. And we want to say thank you in advance for doing that. We're very grateful. It is a give and take. We give everything we have. We hope that you'll take that information and do something special with it. In return, all we ask is that you hit a thumbs up, give us a comment, and hit the share button. Pretty simple give and take. All right. With that being said, as we go along, I'll throw in our little promos like 3 liters in a leg from yesterday, okay? Because it's still appropriate a little bit today. That's the reason why it's up there again. So if you go to our website and hit the podcast replay, the free gift is still the 3 liters ebook. Free gift, no shenanigans, just fill out the form. You get a link to the book. Okay, go to the website, click the link at the top of the page, podcast replay. And when we hit a different subject, guess what? The ebook will change if we have an ebook that is appropriate for that particular subject matter. And as always, you know, we have the 5 simple steps business building system. Guys, we have a special on there right now, only $297. It is a limited offer, as you will see. $297. You can't beat that. Normally $500. In the future, as everything's added into it, it's going to be $997. So if you get in at $297, that's a lifetime membership. You will never have to pay another penny. Don't want to waste that, do you, Miss Marie?
Nope. Take advantage of a good deal when it presents itself.
That's right.
And there's something to be said, you know, in this business, it's about taking action, and the action takers get rewarded. So
that's right. I don't like cliches, but early bird certainly gets the worm in this case. That's for sure. And Miss Marie, our promotionals are going to change dramatically here in the near future as we continue to evolve this new show. So, guys, you better take advantage of what you can while you can, because there's going to be some different promos coming down the road. So you can save big money right now, Miss Marie. Mm-hmm. I don't know about you, but I love saving money.
I think everybody does. Everybody likes to feel like they're getting a good deal, and this is the best deal you're going to get. And like you said, lifetime membership, that means anything we add as we go along, that's right, it's already included.
Yep. And there's some exciting news coming down the road. I won't get into it. I want to. It's on the tip of my tongue. I'm like, no, because I'm so excited. of what the future is holding. Paul and I were talking about it the other day, and in your absence, and he was pretty impressed.
Awesome.
And I'm sure the three of us will talk here soon. And I'm looking at a couple of other people that we might add to the fold as we go along, as these roles, as these positions roll out, is the best way to put it. Because you and I can't do it all. We got to focus on doing the show and the other things. We need help putting everything else together. So there we go. Right?
Yes.
And I really look forward to three big things coming down the road, which I won't get into. And I hope that one of them comes true sooner rather than later. And I can mention this one because is the live events. I really, really, really hope that we can do that before the end of the year. We can do at least one. So that would be cool.
That would be exciting.
Yes. So we will make it worth everyone's while, that's for sure. We will have a power-packed show or event. You will learn everything, make it work, make this business work. And Miss Marie, as per the normal standard, if you hold a live event, those that attend get, because, we're going to have it recorded. You know that. Mm-hmm. And we're going to make DVDs out of it. And we're going to do a lot of training there. And guess what? All the attendees will get these free gifts, which we will probably sell, Miss Marie, at probably $9.97 at the least. So, and we may have some guest speakers, a lineup of guest speakers. It's going to be fun. A lot of work to do between now and then. So we'll talk about that as things unfold. But that's one of my goals before the end of the year. God willing, that'll take place. But we'll see. I will tell you that we will work very hard to make that happen, since everybody can kind of travel and everything. Right, Miss Marie?
Yep. We're gonna have to get to it because we're in month 6 of the year already. It's crazy.
I know. But things can change dramatically and very quickly, Miss Marie, and we'll see if we can make that happen.
Yep.
And we got a way to make, to judge the interest level. And if it's only 10 people, it's only 10 people. And, you got to start somewhere, right? Yeah. And that if that's all of the people that are interested because of the virus or travel, whatever the case may be, we know there's a lot of limitations. We're not going to get caught up in the number. But Miss Marie, we have to start somewhere, right?
Awesome.
And so we'll see. I'll be honest with you. I've got a lot of contacts that can help make this a reality in a big way, including Paul. But there's a lot of people that I have worked with in the past that can make this a reality. So right now, we just got to focus on the little bit that we have left and make all that a reality. And then we can start working towards that live event. How's that?
Sounds fantastic.
I know. And that other project that you and I were talking about, we'll get to the show here in a minute, because we were talking about great things coming down the road. Miss Marina talked about it, where I will have to go out to Utah. And Miss Marie will be a big part of that. And that's going to be an exciting project. I think that's going to be a game changer, to be honest with you, Miss Marie, in many ways. In many ways, I truly believe that. And I would like to make that happen before the end of the year as well. But one thing at a time. All three of these are big projects. Any one of them, if we get any of those done before the end of the year, that would be a major accomplishment. That is no joke. Because each one of these projects, guys, are literally game changers. There is no if and that is not hyperbole. That is actual fact. Miss Marie has an idea, I'm sure, with the 3 projects I'm talking about. And my gosh. But you got to have goals, Miss Marie. You got to shoot for them. And,
that's right.
Yep. So, all right. With that being said, guys, we got an interesting subject today. Podcast number 195, the tragic loss of a profitable leg. What do you do? The reason we took a few minutes to visit other parts of our business and other things, because this is going to be a relatively short topic, because there's only a few things you can do. Okay. So we're not going to drag this out. The bottom line is, if you have a leg a loss of a profitable leg, one of the real life events I can give you a reference is this. And we talked about it lightly before. And I'm not going to go any deep dive into it, but Mark Yarnell is one of the true legends. He's written about in, matter of fact, this is his book, right, Miss Marie?
Mm-hmm.
There it is right there. Mark and Renee Yarnell. They're no longer married. I don't think Mark is with us anymore. Last time I saw Mark about 4 years ago, he was in pretty bad shape. God forbid that anything has happened to him, but it was sad to see, Miss Marie. I hope I never get to that point, but you get my point. It happens to the best of us, right?
Yeah, it happens. We all come to an end at some point.
That's right. And it was sad to see him in that state. But anyway, he talks about the event that I'm getting ready to talk about. And it is this. Mark was poor as a mouse church. And matter of fact, he was a small church pastor from Nevada or Utah. I can't remember which. Forgive me if I have it wrong. And I think it's Nevada. And he was having a hard time putting food on the table and this and that. So you can imagine how small the church was. Anyway, the thing is that he ran into network marketing and said, I've got to do something, because we are not making enough money to survive on. And so lo and behold, guess who's sponsoring? Richard Call, right? Not a good combination when you have Richard Call sponsoring Mark Yarnell, who's a pastor and passive and quiet for the most part. Mark Yarnell was not a great public speaker. I mean, he was a pastor. Yes, he could get up in front of people, but he was not this bombastic and this overpowering and, where people say, I want to be with that person, man. Those people are on fire. That's not the way Mark was. Mark was a great orator. He did his job as a pastor, but he did not have that dynamic personality where it was going to overwhelm. Richard Cole, on the other hand, okay, typical New Yorker, like a bulldozer, right? Straight ahead, knock everything down in its way. So I tell you that story only because you could see the total mismatch between the two. And I remember, and Jerry Campese, as you know, Miss Marie, is somebody I work very closely with. And of course, Jerry brings these stories to life because Jerry was there, right? Jerry lived this stuff. So, when we were sitting around having coffee, some of the stories Jerry would tell me, he was like, oh my gosh. I mean, stuff you don't find in print, that's for sure. So we're sitting there and he was adding to some life into this story that I've read in this book. And so anyway, exactly this episode, what we're talking about, the tragic loss of a profitable leg happened to Mark Yarnell. He had worked his tail end off. And he was devastated when he made a call to Richard one day. And he started crying in his beer. And Richard told him, he said, and basically, I'm paraphrasing because I don't remember. It's been so long since I read the article, but he basically said, shut the F up. Stand up like a man, pull your panties up, get out there and replace them. Quit crying, and hung up on him. And Mark Yarnell, he was dumbfounded. He couldn't believe the response he got. He thought he was going to have a sympathetic leader, someone like, oh, Mark, that sucks, man. That really bites, and kind of console him a little bit. No, Richard's like, you know what? Just get your butt out there and replace them. You got to do it anyway. You know what you got to do. Get your ass out there and replace them. Quit crying. And Mark said it really hit him hard. As one of his close friends, and the guy had built a great business, and their income and the lifestyle took a major hit. They weren't living the big lifestyle at the time. This was rather early in their business, like 6 to 8 months in, right? But still, it was a considerable hit to his business, to the point it almost crushed his soul. And he said it was hard to pick himself up off the mat and get back out there and do it, but he did. And then, of course, in retrospect, he knew, obviously, that Richard was right when he told him that. He wasn't happy with the way he was told, but the bottom line is that he got out there and he did exactly that. and everything was smooth over. Matter of fact, he said I got to the point where I hardly ever thought about it. Well, I mean, Jerry told me that, but the point is that he finally replaced that person. Well, that's one of the things you can do, guys. Look, the bigger the leg, the greater the loss. We all know that. Okay. It will affect all of us different. I'll be honest with you. It would definitely get my attention. It probably pissed me off more than hurt me. Okay. And I wouldn't be mad at that person. I wouldn't, because that's their right. They have the right to leave. Okay. I would like a little heads up. All right. But the thing is, they don't have any obligation to me or the company. They can leave anytime they want. They can do whatever they want. It's their business, their life. All right. So if I wake up one day and I got this big gaping hole, yeah, I'm going to be shocked, to be honest with you. And I'm going to be a little bit pissed off because I know what I got to do. What do I have to do? Get my ass out there and fix it. All right. And you might say, well, Rob, you said yesterday that these, if somebody leaves a business, the other people down the line will roll up. True. But guess what? If this is a big, big business, guys, there's no telling how deep that thing goes. There's no telling how many of those leaders are going to leave with them, right, Miss Marie? Theoretically, They could leave a gaping hole many levels deep. And the people that roll up may be newbies, maybe just customers. I mean, you literally could have nothing left but then just a few PV, and you're like 500 PV or 1,000 PV. You might say, well, that's really nice. Well, not after you have one that's creating anywhere from 50 to 100,000 group volume per month. 1,000 PV is nothing. Okay. So man, that can really, the thought of rebuilding that is just unbelievable. But you know what, guys, you did it once and you do it one step at a time. And what that does, it helps you to focus. Now you say, part of this episode is, what do you do? Well, automatically you're going to have to ask yourself, am I at an age, and I mean physical age, where I could do this again? And I don't mean rebuild the whole business. Replace this leg. Number two, do I want to build it up and work with them to build it up to where it's 100,000 group volume again? Or am I happy with 30,000 group volume? Let me look at my income. Let me look at where my bonuses are. Where am I monetarily? Here's the thing. If you do what we tell you, let's say you're making $100,000 a month, okay, without bonuses, that's just cash, all right? And you have everything paid for. And with that kind of money, you should basically, unless you're buying a plane or a yacht, you should pretty much have everything paid for, all right? So with that being said, if you go from 100,000 a month down to 40,000 a month, that's a lot of loss. But is it really going to hurt your lifestyle? Is it really going to cause an urgency? I'm going to drink some water here, Miss Marie. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say, well, hopefully it won't cause an emergency. But one of the things to realize, and I'm sure you've experienced this, when you lose a leader in a leg, especially if they've built a large organization, there's a certain cult of personality that develops. The people are attached to that person.
That's right.
So for whatever reason that individual leaves the business, it's rare that it's just that individual that's gone. There's usually a group that goes along.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And so you have to realize, guys, that the people that are left behind may not mesh with you all that well. And so you really don't know what you're going to have left. You should make calls to the people that are left over, if there's anyone left over. Engage the interest in building a big business. And of course, let them know that you're going to work hand in hand with them to make that happen. Once you make that determination, then you have to, once again, go back, sit down and say, how much money do I need to create again? Do I need to get back up to $100,000 a month? Okay. Or can I live on $50,000? I know that sounds crazy, guys. The higher your income, the higher your lifestyle. I mean, it's just the way it is. Very few. Now you can become a hermit. Believe me. My dad was a prime example where he had all his money and he did very little. I mean, you would have never known. But I ain't living like that. But I'm not going to live large either. So if I take a hit I'm going to have to sit down and evaluate, what am I going to do? Okay, I'm 63. If it was to happen to me today, I would have to say, okay, Rob, at this age, are you willing to put in the hours and the effort to replace that lost income? Okay, and if I say, well, yes, I do. I have one last effort in me. It's going to take a couple of years, but I can do it. Then I have to say, okay, does that mean you need to go out and sponsor more people? Okay, because once again, I have to look at the numbers. In order to find somebody that's willing to do that, do you realize I may have to go through and sponsor 20 or 30 more people before the one-third works out, not only on the number of people that take immediate action, man, but the one-third is going to work on the leaders. In other words, if I have 8 leaders, well, only 1/3 of those are really going to do anything serious, okay? And so then 1/3 of 8 is going to be 2.4 people. Okay, so you're going to have to round it down to 2, and maybe if you're lucky, one of those may decide to build a big business, and it may not be up to 50,000 group volume type level. All right, so you see how the numbers at 63, if I was going to replace that individual, would be almost daunting. Okay, because that means there's it's 2 years worth of work. So it would behoove me to contact the people that are left over first and foremost and engage their interest, right, Miss Marie? Because they're already in the business, they already have a certain work ethic. If they just haven't taken it to the next level, if all those people say no, then once again I say I don't want to sponsor another 30, 40 people. I really don't want to do that. So what do I do then? I contact the people that are the people I personally sponsored. If I sponsored 80 people, and that gives me a lot of people to work with. You see what I'm saying? Because I had people all different levels. So what am I going to do then? I'm going to look at the people that are right at the 10,000 group volume per month, right, Miss Marie? Because they're at the cusp of what? They're at the doorstep of being big time. So you see what I'm doing? I'm focusing in on those people that have identified themselves through the volume they created, and that's where I'm going to focus my energy. I don't want to sponsor and go out there and start doing 90-day mini blast again. I don't want to go out there and start doing the whole process from beginning to end. What I want to do, work with those that are at the doorstep. It's much easier. I'm going to replace that person much quicker. And guess what? Here's another inside point, little golden nugget, if you will. Guys, I can recover that lost 50,000 group volume that one person took with them through 2 or 3 people. They're at the doorstep. If they're at 8,500 group volume per month, they're just 1,500 PV or group volume. I always say PV, group volume away from being 10,000. Okay. And if I work with people that are close to the 10,000, guess what? I may pick up 2 or 3 people and push them over the edge before the end of 2021. And they're over 10,000 group volume. Now I've got an additional I've got 30,000 group volume there, okay? And that doesn't make up for the whole 50,000 yet, but I'm on my way, okay? I've gotten those people over the hump. And once they get past that 10,000 group volume, chances are very good they're going to go to the next level because they're on a roll and they see how easy it is and they see the money and the bonuses and they're like, I should have done this earlier. This is too good to be true. I just want to get them to 10,000 group volume. Well, how do you think that phone call is going to go when I call and say, hey, you're right at 8,500? Let me tell you what you're missing out on by not being at 10,000 group volume. I'm going to focus on the benefits they will experience and what they will receive if they are willing to take that next step and create an additional 1,500. Why? Because when they see that it's going to benefit them. Well, you mean I'm going to have that kind of lifestyle? You mean I'm going to make that kind of money? I'm going to get those kind of bonuses. I'm going to qualify for these kind of trips. Well, crap. If I'd have known that earlier, I don't know why my upline didn't tell me that. Rob, let's work. Let's make it happen, dude. All right. I want that. I'm that close. I'm 75%, 85% there. Let's do it. And so there you go. All right. That is the most logical way to replace someone that has left. You do not, even if you're a young man, young lady, you do not want to go out there and sponsor another 30, 40 people and do another 90-day mini blast. Okay, guys, that is the last thing you want to do. You want to look in your business, log into your back office and look at the numbers. and see who is going to, and then start making phone calls. Okay. Start sending text messages. This is Rob. I'd like to talk to you. You're right at 8,500. I'd like to help you get to the next level. Your lifestyle will change dramatically. Here's what you would qualify for. Would you like to talk? I would send a text message, Miss Marie, or leave a voice message or send an email similar to that, and engage the interest of all those people. And Miss Marie, I would go as deep as I had to. Okay. Mm-hmm. I'd look for any 7,500 and above. I would look for any of them. Rob, what if somebody down there is already doing over 10,000 group volume? I'm going to try and get them to go to 15 and 20. Okay. Which is they're right there. And what I'm going to do, hey, look at the cars you're missing out on. Hey, look at the bonuses you're missing on. You could make an extra 30,000 a year, an extra 50,000, an extra 60,000 a year through these bonuses. You're right there. Let's work together and make that happen. There's a lot of great stories out there that you could create that would, of course, they're all truthful, that you could use to get those people motivated and focused on going to the next level. So, yeah, it's a tragic loss to have a profitable leg, a big one, leave you. Gosh, man, that can just almost crush you, but you can't let it crush you. I don't blame you for sitting down and crying in your beer. I don't blame you for going to the bar and sitting at the bar and soaking in your beer. Oh, woe is me. Don't blame me a bit. You know what? But get over it. Go out there and cry in your beer, get it over with, and get back and then look at your business and decide what it is you want to do. The last thing, I'm going to say it again, the last thing you want to do is do another 90-day mini blast. Okay? That doesn't mean don't do it. It means the last thing you want to do. Why? Because you don't know what the numbers are going to be to replace that person. And you're going to ignore the people you already have in place at the expense of trying to find that gold nugget, the one that's going to replace that person. You're going to make a big mistake. Focus on the people that are already a part of your group, the people that already like you, the people that have already talked to you, they've already seen you, the people that admire you, the people that want to work with you. Work with those people first before you go out and sponsor, because you have no relationship with those people. Okay? And there's a learning curve. It's going to be 2 years. I don't want to take 2 years to replace that income. Right, Miss Marie?
Well, exactly. And rather than starting from scratch with that 90-day mini blast is essentially what you would be doing, because that's how we tell you to start, right? You do the 90-day mini blast. Well, you already have an organization in place. You already have people there. So why not leverage the opportunity that you've already created for yourself within the organization rather than essentially starting over again? Yeah.
Guys, you don't want to do that. Big mistake. You can. It's up to you. It's your business. And if you feel like you have the heart to do it, because you have to realize, when we teach you the 4 phases, and I'm not going to get off in that, phase 3 is another 90-day mini blast. And you're probably thinking to yourself, well, Rob, you've talked about that many times. Well, what's the difference between that phase 3 90-day mini blast and this one here? Totally different. Why? Because what the phase 3 does is maximize the financial opportunity, the timing of the company. Okay. And what you're doing is that you've already laid a foundation of success in phase 1 and 2. And those people are maturing along the way. And you may be happy with that success and decide to stay there and never do a phase 3 or 4. A phase 3 and 4 is designed totally different because you're sponsoring a higher quality person because of your experience, your knowledge, your focus. You know what the people to look for. You know the traits. You know what you want. And you've got a lot greater presence about you, a lot greater posture. You're going to attract those kind of people, and those kind of people, you're going to be able to say, well, this person's ready to go, that person, because of your experience and your knowledge from phase 1 and 2. Phase 3 is about maximizing. It's developing a whole new set of leaders that will help you maximize over the next 2 years. If you have an established business and you've been with this company for 2 or 3 years, and then you have this big whole 50,000 group volume per month whole happen in your second or third year, guys, you already did your phase 3. You already did your phase 3 and 4. Okay, that's done and over with. You guys worked on maximizing that opportunity. That time with the company is gone. That company, every day that it's going up is one day closer to it going down. Okay, so if you're in year 3, it's not the same opportunity as it was when you did your phase 3 business building activity, which probably at the tail end of your first year, the beginning of your second year. Okay. So doing another 90-day mini blast it's not the same opportunity. Okay. You can't look those new people in the eye and tell the same story. Okay. Right, Miss Marie? But the people that already have built a volume in there, there's still enough time to take that volume to a higher level with this company. And they've already had a taste of success. 8,500 PV group volume per month is putting a pretty nice check in their pocket. Anywhere from, based on the company comp plan, $2,500 to probably $4,500. Maybe a little more, a little less. It's always different. No way I could tell you exactly, but that's going to be a pretty good ballpark figure. Well, that's a pretty nice income. That's $60,000 a year in most cases. Okay, so you have already an established business that could be taken to a higher level before the company levels off, right, Miss Marie? Because they've already had success. They've already made their money, pin rank and everything.
Yeah. And it's really an issue of timing as it relates to the growth trajectory of the company itself.
That's right.
Yeah.
Because that plays a critical part. When you sit down and say, am I going to do another new 90-day mini blast above and beyond phase 3? It's like you did phase 1 all over again. That's what it's like. Well, the company's not the same opportunity. The financial opportunity is not the same. Okay. The story has changed. The number of countries that they're in may be coming to a close. Okay. There's so many dynamics that are changing that it's not the same opportunity. And the chances of you finding someone wasting your time, yes, I'm saying wasting your time, doing another 90-day mini blast, looking for that person that's going to replace the person that left, guess what? It's going to be tough, real tough. All right, Miss Marie, I'm going to summarize it and then we're done. All right, look.
Okay.
as we said, the person leaves. Immediately look in that down line in that leg to see what's left. Touch base with them. See if there's anybody there that's willing to work with you. It's not the position of the leg, whether the person that left was the second or third or fifth person you ever sponsored. And that's, your first leg, fifth leg, fourth leg, whatever. It doesn't matter that they held that position, that they were one of the first 5 people. That's irrelevant. As we told you, positioning, it's timing, and it's not the positioning. Okay, and then the positioning applies here too. It doesn't matter what number they were when you sponsored them. Okay, what matters is the volume that they've created, what kind of business they have built. So when they leave and you talk to the people in that leg, and nobody down there seems to be interested in building that big of a business, they're happy where they are. Forget about that leg. I mean, literally forget about it. And I don't mean like ignore the people. If they're at one of your events, shake their hand, let them know you're there. Do the nice thing, do the right thing. What I'm saying is, as far as you replacing that volume, forget about it. It's done. It's over. Now you have to focus in on what? The people that are creating 7,500 and above in group volume. Log into your back office. I don't care where they are in depth. Look. Okay. Identify as many as you can, because what you want to do is you want to work with as many of those people as you can. And if you work with 8, 9, 10 of those people, and each one of them raise their business 2,500 to 1,500, Miss Marie, you created another 10,000 extra volume. But chances are, at your urging, you're going to say, go to the next level. You're at 10,000 group volume. You're at the doorstep. Go to 15. Go to 20. That's how you're going to replace that 50,000 group volume business. You're going to do it one piece at a time instead of trying to find that one superstar and force that superstar to replace. That is a daunting task that probably is not going to happen. It's like winning the lottery. Work with those, as many as possible, that are willing to work with you and replace as much of that 50,000 group volume as you can. Okay? And it may take another year. That's okay. Just work with those that are willing to work with you, and no matter where they are in depth. Okay. So the last thing you want to do is do another 90-day mini blast, because remember, the opportunity has changed. Older, you may not have the vision, you may not have the force, you may not have the competitive nature, you may not have the fortitude. There's so many things going on there as age becomes an issue. And timing of the company, as Miss Marie just said a moment ago, is another critical component. Where is the company in its current status? Is it at the tail end of phase 1, beginning of phase 2? Is it in the middle of phase 2 growth? Where is it? Because that's going to determine a lot, right, Miss Marie?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So, guys, as we close, as you know, we have a lot going on. What not to do in network marketing. 146 paragraphs, 146 audio files, many training videos. You can go to that URL right there, themlmsolution.net/WNTD, which stands for What Not to Do. Once again, themlmsolution.net/WNTD. All right. Normally $197 for the next 24 hours, only $47 in instant savings, $150, and that does not include the wonderful bonuses that come with that. You'll be shocked and amazed at the bonuses that are there. And you will, with this information, you will become a focused business building machine. You'll know exactly what to do and what not to do. And guys, that is a powerful package of information. Don't miss out. Go there right now. Get your own copy. For the next 24 hours, only $47. Okay, with that being said, as you know, once again, the leads, I need leads now.net/beta. I need leads now.net/beta, BETA. Go there, fill out the form to get on the beta testers list. Does not guarantee you're going to be a beta tester, but at least you're on the list, and you have to be on the list in order to get selected. We don't know how many we need right now, so it would be hard to throw out a number. But the thing is, you're going to get a valuable product or free gift, the I Need Leads Now ebook, which is chock full of information, invaluable information about leads. And, of course, the lead generation system itself. Invaluable tool right there. Do not miss out on that as well. With that being said, as you know, today we talked about 3 leaders yesterday, and the 3 leaders free ebook still applies to today's episode. Go to our website, click podcast replay link at the top of the page or the top of the site, and it will take you to the podcast replay. You get a week's worth of podcast replays right there at your fingertips 24/7. Plus, you can fill out the form. No shenanigans. We're not going to try and sell you anything. You will get a link to your own free copy of the ebook, 3 Leaders, okay? And you will learn the same invaluable information and more that we talked about in the last 2 days. All right. With that being said, Miss Marie, we're out of here tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on our Facebook page, our YouTube channel. We will be going live as usual on tomorrow's topic, as we said, when to walk away. Yes, we are actually going to tell you to walk away from the business model. There are times when you should, and we're going to talk about that. All right, and you shouldn't be ashamed of it when you do. That being said, hashtag the MLM solution, hashtag the MLM solution is what you can use to share all of our products, all of our sites, and our website and our podcast with our fellow network marketers across the globe. All right, guys, thank you in advance for all that you've done. We're very grateful for all the activity. You guys have a great day. Be safe. We'll see you tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Thank you for listening to the MLM Solution Podcast. For more info, visit our website, themlmsolution.net. Please follow us on the following platforms: Facebook, YouTube, etc. And share this podcast with our fellow network marketers around the world by hitting the share button on our various platforms.